Hi! So I realise I haven't posted in a while. I've just been busy. School's just started, so there's a lot of homework, and I realised I've got this weird purple line. It's because I just dyed my hair yesterday. It is purple, trust me, and I know I've got this bit hanging out. I don't know what it's doing. It's too short to go in the ponytail because I also had it cut. I would take it down, but then I've got to put it back up because I'm about to show you some special effects makeup that I do. And so I'll just get started. So, oh, hello, I dropped my sponge. Sponge is the most important thing, other than the makeup. So I'm just going to put some primer on, because it helps the makeup stay a little longer. Just general primer stuff. I think everyone knows what primer does. I probably won't show this. So now that I've got my primer on, I'm going to apply some liquid latex. This is the Mehron liquid latex. It's my favourite liquid latex. Oh my god. This sponge is a bit of a jumper, just keeps jumping out my hand. So let me just do this. Right, so I've got some latex on a sponge and I'm just gonna spread that around. What they don't tell you is that this stuff absolutely reeks of making my eye water. Too close to the eye. This stuff reeks like really badly, but it's worth it. I should put fair warning that this will look quite gruesome once it's finished, because I don't do face painting as such yet. So you just add liquid latex over the tissue again, but you don't want to put it too close to your eyes because it will literally make your eye water. That's how strong smelling it is. Then you just want to tear more tissue and put that on top. You want to repeat this 2 or 3 times, so I won't show me doing it. So once you've got 2 or 3 layers, you then want to take some cotton wool, and I will pull some funny faces at this because I really don't like the feel of cotton wool. Like, legitimately, the worst feeling for me is cotton wool and having to pull it apart. So I'm just going to position this. Might even need to take a little bit more off that. You don't really want a huge layer of cotton wool. It looks like I've got a lot, but it won't once it's been latexed, as I like to call it. And yeah, so you just get more liquid latex. Mum. And then you just you have to start with the edges, because otherwise it'll drag, and it already drags even if you start with the edges. So you want to work your way around the edge. There's a common misconception here that it dries quickly. I wish that were the case, because more often than not I end up using a hairdryer, which I will do today. Like, I don't think I've ever done one without using a hairdryer, because I am impatient and I will not wait for the latex to dry. I will dry it myself, because you think about it, you can't sit around all day waiting for latex to dry, especially not if you're working for someone, or you're on a time thing. Like, the other day I did makeup for my friends, and their disco was like 7 and it was like 6, so I wasn't going to sit around and wait for each layer of latex to dry. As you can see though, it's difficult, and I might actually use this sponge. It's very difficult to latex the cotton wool. You just have to keep doing it. So after about another 5 minutes off camera that you didn't see, I have now got, that's latex on my hand that keeps drying on my hand. you'll see you've got this, and what you want to do is put one final layer of tissue, if I can find where I put the tissue, and of course you put it on the floor because why not? I don't even remember putting it on the floor, like that's the terrible part. And then you'll just tissue, it's grown a little bit. So you'll do that, and then you'll want to add one more layer of latex, because it's always very important that the top layer is latex. It just helps build it stronger so that it looks more realistic, it's more durable, you can cut it, maneuver it more. I think I'm going to be doing a bite mark, which is good because it means it protrudes from the face a lot more. And now for my least favourite step. Blow drying. So, I have this hairdryer turbo dryer. Professional use only. Well, guess what? I'm not a professional. It used to be my sister's because she was a hairdresser, and then she was like, "You can have it." Right, so I'm just gonna blow dry this. So that was about a minute of blow drying, and it's still a little tacky. So I'm still gonna dry it. Okay, so it was about 2 minutes of blow drying, and it's exactly where I want it. Kind of still pliable. It's not completely dried, like the layers aren't, but the top ones are. It doesn't matter if it gets on your mouth because you can peel it. If it gets in your mouth, I suggest you wash your mouth straight away. It's not designed to go in your mouth. So right now it looks a little bit weird, really. So I'm going to go get a toothpick, and then I will show you how I design it. Okay, so I have some toothpicks, or cottontail sticks. So what I'm just going to do now is apply the tissue. Look, I'm out of breath because I had to run around the house. This can take quite a while because you want to make sure that it doesn't peel the edges away from your skin, because that's what's going to keep it in place when you cut it open. That's going to go into me, that's not. Oh. Want to watch something hilarious? Watch me trying to figure out which way it goes. Stop breaking. Right, so you can see I've kind of applied it. Oh, which scissors to use? No, I'm just going to cut it. The bit that I applied, like that. This can get very messy because the latex will sometimes flake off. It won't flake, but it'll like become rubber. There you go, so I've stabbed it through the other side. But you can see that I've left it sort of that. So I'm going to trim some away now to make it look more like a cut. I think next time I better use less cotton wool. And I'm just going to peel it away slightly. You want to make sure you don't get to the edges, because then it'll just fall off. Oh, I nearly cut my cheek then. That would have been hilarious. Dad, can you take me to A&E? That's just your effect makeup. No, it's not. I've cut my cheek. I cut my cheek doing my effect makeup and then died. Right. So this is like a bullet hole or a bite. I don't know what yet. So once you cut it, you want to colour your latex to look like your skin. And the only way, the best way, really, is to use some foundation. I just buy some cheap foundation from the pound shop because... Oh, hello. I think I'm running out. Made a fart noise. Like I said, I get covered in latex quite a lot. What you don't want to do is do this like the day before you have school or something like that. Because sometimes the paint and that doesn't come off properly. And you'll be stuck there like, I can't go into school tomorrow, why not? I got paint on me and it won't come off. So I'm just colouring the outside. You might want to colour the inside, but I'm going to colour that anyway. Using the bruise wheel. It's called a bruise wheel. It comes in Midnight Sky, Burnt Marron, Bloody Rose, Maize Yellow, Spanish Olive. So those are all the colours. And you can see my 3 used ones. Most used ones. Those 3. So once you've coloured your latex to look like skin, I don't think you can see it with the light on. It doesn't match your skin entirely, that's fine, like mine. It does not match my skin. The foundation itself, like blending it, matches my skin. But because the latex is white, it makes it look quite orange. That's fine, because you're not really going to see much of it. You just want it so that if you do see any of it, it looks skin-ish. So the next step is I bought this cheap blusher as well. And you're just going to take a brush. You're going to make it look irritated. Probably is irritated because, you know, I'm near it, right? Someone's playing Jingle Bells on the recorder and I just want to smack them over the head with it. Number 1, because they're playing the recorder. Number 2, it's October. Once it gets to Christmas time, I'll accept the Christmas music. Like December the 1st, that's when I'll accept you playing Christmas music. Maybe even November 29th, the day after a birthday of my family member. Then I will let you. But, you know, you want to look the skin around it look irritated, so that's why I put some blusher here. You can't really see it that well, because the lighting in here is quite bad. But I will take you over to the window, I think, just now. Can you see what I've done? Kinda. Yeah. Ignore the Minion canvases, they were a gift. Something I found. Sort of. Yep. So now once you've got this, I'm now going to take my colour wheel, wherever I put that. It's in my very lovely Marron makeup kit. This is like my life. Like, if I didn't have this, I'd die. So I've got this, and this is supposed to be an eyeshadow brush from Wilkinson's, I believe. Where I shop in the town where I live. And I'm just going to go in with the Midnight Olive, or Midnight Sky colour. I'm going to paint that inside the wound. It's not black, but it's dark, which is good, because you need that dark kind of vibe. You want to put a little bit of black or Midnight Sky around the outside. You may even want to peel like slightly this part, make it look like your face is falling off. Some black under there. I might even do it a little. I know I said to stay away from the edges, but sometimes if you peel them up a little bit, you can give more of a realistic effect. So yeah, when I pause this, I'm going to pause this in a minute. So after this, you go in with that Burnt Marron, and that makes it look brown. I'm going to dab a little bit of it around. It makes it look sort of browny, burnt ready colour. I'm going to dab some of it around the area that's infected as well. I'm going to call this look Infected. Yeah, I know, creative. But if you can think of a better name, comment. And I'm going to again layer it with this red. That's going to go a little bit on here. No. So right now it doesn't look too great, but it's because we've got to add depth and realistic looks. So after you finish with that wheel, it'll look like this. Now what I really want to do is use the colour set powder, which I'm going to, which is this stuff from Maron. I've got a little sponge as well. They want to get their brand out there, and I think they should. They're a brilliant brand. You don't need that much powder, it does go a long way. And I'm just going to set it. Sorry, I was just checking what there was something going on downstairs. So once you've done that, you'll just set it. Now I'm going to make it look a bit more realistic. So I've got this premium blood makeup, and it's actually supposed to look like coagulated blood. Or, for those of you who don't know what that is, dried sort of thickening blood. Old blood, basically. And it comes with this stick. There's people outside. And it's actually so thick that, you know, I can hold it upside down. That's straight upside down and nothing's coming out. So I'm just going to take the stick and you put that in there. And that's what it looks like. Very gelatinous. And you just sort of smear that around the cut. And inside. And you sort of... You want to put quite a lot because the stuff inside the cut would coagulate a lot faster than the stuff sort of on the outside-ish, I believe. And that's starting to look like it's peeling, so I'm just going to fill this. Like, that's cool because it looks peeled, and I didn't mean for that to happen. Sometimes with special effects makeup, it's sort of a case of I didn't mean for that to happen, but it's good, so I'm going to leave it there. Which happens to be quite a lot. I'm like, oh, alright, it looks right, I'm going to leave it there then. So I've just put some of it on this sponge to get that area that I did, and I've also put a little bit there by accident, but that's fine, it could just be like a drop that dropped or something. Put a little bit around here to mask the latex, a little bit around here, you know. It's really just sort of a case of judgment on your behalf as to how bloody you want it to be, but I haven't finished with blood yet, so the fact that it looks quite menacing now, so they get a whole lot worse. Right, so it looks like I've now killed several people. I haven't, I promise, I haven't. Not yet, anyway. Again with the recorderist. Stop. It's because this is a very quiet place where I live, and so I'm like the loudest person. That person on the recorder though, getting on my nerves. So this time I've got coagulated blood from Maron. Comes in a tiny pot, but this tiny pot goes a long way because it's literally so good that it's... So I'm just going to place this in here. Sorry, I might not be looking at the camera, but it's because I've got a mirror down here and I need to see what I'm doing, and my camera isn't really the best for this. quite it's okay for filming videos, but this sort of thing, it's a little bit like, what are you doing? As you can tell, I'm having difficulty like dragging it and getting the right amount. It's because I don't want to overuse it, because this stuff is brilliant. So if I do, I tend to stick with that one for the majority of it. Sorry if I make weird sounds. I'm like, I've got a cold and it's playing havoc. Right. So I think we've got the coagulated blood. Like, I'm just gonna... Right, so that's the coagulated blood done. Need somewhere to wipe this. Like, I'm glad it came with a stick. That stick serves me well. So I'm going to put some of this stage blood down on something. Let me just find something. Let's put it on the back of these things that are for a kit with a zip in it that you can put down your face, and I'm not a fan of those, but I thought I'd try it anyway, and I haven't done yet, so that's why they're still there. Put in some squirt stage blood, syrup based blood. It's like they think you're gonna eat it or something, which I'm definitely not, because it would probably not taste great. I'd be the first to admit that. If I'm being honest, I've accidentally like had some of this in my mouth, because, you know, I do it very close to my mouth, and then sometimes your hand slips and it's like, oh, there you go, oh, that tastes horrible. So I'm just kind of using this stipple effect sponge. It really does help give it, oh god, that looks so much like a blood clot, I can't even. It's like you're beating your face with like a basically a beauty blender. And then I want to colour some of this a little bit more. So where's my brush? I got these actually from a shop near me, £1 and £1.50. Not bad, I might say, because they're cheap and easy to replace, which is great, because, you know, they're going to get covered in latex and blood and stuff. Not real blood, I might add. I keep saying this, but I'm definitely not real blood. Right, so I think we're finished. So I'll take you over to the window, show you what it looks like. Let me just check that I haven't missed anything. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. It might not look great on camera. Look at my solar wobbler. Isn't he, like, fantastic? Where is he? Can you see him? You can. He's here. So here is my finished look. It's a burn, or it's like zombie bite that's kind of spread, you know. I'm quite happy with it. And I'm going to try something else. I'm going to do it off camera. I'm going to try and do some face painting around it, so it makes it look like I am actually dead. Because, you know, I'm too kind of tanned, even though I'm not really tanned. But I am quite happy with how this turned out. You know, apart from the fact that I just got blood in my hair. It's okay, you can't see it, my hair's dark purple now. It's fine. So I'm going to try some face paint. I'll do that off camera. So I've had a little bit of a change of mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my makeup like normally. Like foundation, eyeshadow, probably not eyeliner because I suck at it. Blusher, contour, everything. Right? And then I'm going to just be like, I'm still alive, I've been bitten and I'm turning. But I'm not dead yet. So I'll do that now. I may or may not have a banner on. So I'm going to start with some colour correcting sticks. I know you don't have to do like the full makeup, I could just do foundation, eyeshadow. But if you're going to do it, you got to go big or go home. And then rose to correct the dark circles. Trust me, there are dark circles. Got to do it around this as well. Obviously I'm not going to colour correct the redness because that might be a little bit hard. The faces though. I got blood on me. I'm obsessed. You want a makeup look? Just well, I've still got white paint on me, oh well. I'm gonna end up really, really pale. Because I'm pale. Just naturally. Like, me and my friends are all so pale, we glow in the sun. That's not even a joke. We walked outside the other day, we were glowing, and we're like, oh god, not again. I've got like a bruise here, I've just decided that's a bruise. Or it can be like where in Darren Shan's book you get moss growing around the outside of where you've been infected. And that's just the way zombies work in his world. And I think this is how I got into gore and zombies with Darren Shan. So... And I realise special effects isn't just gory, it can be face painting, glitter painting, body painting. I will do some face painting, but I need to find some stuff to do face painting of. Like, I might make myself into Jack Skellington for Halloween. Or I might do a sewed shut mouth tutorial like Carolina something. Yeah. Because her tutorials are brilliant and her sewed shut mouth look is actually also what got me into special effects makeup. Because I was like, oh my god, that's so clever, and then I was like, I'm going to try that for myself. And I still haven't tried it for myself, I just started creating looks. For myself. And that works for me. So I'm just going to set that with some pressed powder. I know you don't normally set stuff with pressed powder, but I actually have no option, so... I'm going to use the other brush because that one got black makeup on it somehow. But I need to clean all my brushes anyway. I need to buy one of those electric brush cleaners. That'll make my life so much easier. It dries it as well, so there's no waiting for them to dry, so you can't do anything in the meantime. Like, no. Okay. I've also coloured my lips to look grey. Honestly, my YouTube, my Now TV box is just putting pieces of music on I've never heard before. I put Havana on it, now it's just automatically playing other things. Done. I'm going to use my concealer. I never put concealer on under foundation. I know you normally put foundation before you set it, but I do it the other way around because I found it works. Or you put concealer on before you set it, but I found it works better the other way, which is weird. But it works for me. So. Oh, I have heard this before. Well, at least now if I want to listen to it, it's on my watch history, so I can go back and find it. The watch history is a great thing. Told you I look pale. I look really odd though. Stop dancing, right. Ensuing carnage. So I'm actually going to use my newest eyeshadow palette, which would be this one from Revolution. Yeah, Makeup Revolution London. It's Dark Rain, brought out especially for Halloween, I believe. And here are all the shades. There are 8 matte shades and 8 shimmer shades. Shimmer on the bottom, matte on the top. It comes with one of these brushes, one of these foamed triangle brushes, but that will always stay pristine because I don't like using brushes like that. I think for this particular look we're going to complement the red with, again, red. So I'm going to use the shade Princess Heart, which would be that one on the bottom there. It's not exactly a shimmer shade because it doesn't really shimmer much, but the shimmer is there. They are very highly pigmented. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look perfect because, you know, I've probably been running around, so it probably smudged. So I'm just going to do that to the other eye. Because if I've been infected by a zombie, I'd probably try to outrun it first. I'd like to think. Except we all know I'd probably be like, oh look, a zombie! People are like, well, it's going to eat you, and I'll be like, but it's zombie! They're going to be like, oh, do you know what, I'll just leave you behind. Like, my legitimate reaction to a zombie apocalypse would be, ooh, zombies! And I'd probably have a pet one, like Michonne from The Walking Dead. Is this Symphony? Oh, it is. Oh my god. All the rages today. Apparently. I don't know, I have no control over my Now TV box.